20 years. Man, uh, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years. Rap time flown. In 20 years since we got out of high school, and man, we had the class reunion this past weekend, and I was looking forward to it, and I did attend. Uh, I guess we're at the age now that we gotta say years young. Years, 20 years. 20 years. Where has the time flown, man? For real, for real. 20 years, 20 years. I'm years, man. We've been at the game for 20 years. Well, we've been adults for about 20 years now. And I just want to salute the class '05, Kingsbury. I'm wearing a shirt from last year that we got, from, I mean, I haven't been in years to be honest, but I went in last year. And I just wanted to see our faces and stuff. I saw a lot of folks' faces and everything from the neighborhood. So when I know our time was coming up for 2025, so I kind of was looking forward to it. I usually don't, get out just by choice. I don't mind getting out. It's just not not my cup of tea. I don't mind going hang out, looking and hanging out, looking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but anyway, man, it's been 20 years, man. Like I said, I just want to salute the class of '05 Kingsbury High School, man. Appreciate y'all guys, man. It's been so many memories, and this particular episode of where have 20 years gone, I just wanted to share this with you guys. And so I've been working on my podcast the last couple of months, or the ideal of a podcast the last couple of years, but I'll get into that as well. Like I said, I just want to salute Kingsbury High. Just want to appreciate the committee, everybody put the thing together. It was very nice. As you see, this is right here. You know what I'm saying? It was very well put together. It was real nice. It was real nice. Um, it was very nice. They did a wonderful job, and there was love. So uh, and there was love. So I appreciate y'all, the whole committee, for putting the stuff together for the high school thing. And I knew I wanted to go 2 months ago, but I realized based on the turnout that like we grown, you know what I'm saying, and everybody like in the same boat. We did it. I think we did it big. I think it was nice. It was very nice. Like seriously. Like I said, I shot you guys out, and our classmate did, do that. Did the decorations. I know they helped her, but she doing a business, and so if they would like, if she would like, I want to just let my classmates know. Yeah, I put the person that did this, and I put the descriptions and the links, to contact some of my classmates for the businesses that they done started and everything. And but yeah, man, shout out to class '05, man. I appreciate it. That y'all put forth the effort. We had the picnic. It was hot as hell outside, but we was out there, man. I came late, and that's another. I'm gonna talk about that as well. As far as me being late and everything, but class '05, yeah, I salute y'all, and I appreciate it. And I was looking forward to seeing y'all. Not as many people came as I wanted, but like I said, I talked about that as we go on. But yeah, I remember riding to school with Steve and Tyra and Keosha. What a school year, about 180 days. I know my senior year, I rode with Tyra at least 100 days. Her and Steve and Keosha. I remember riding with Philip. Rest in peace, man. He had that Bonneville purple. I think it was on some 20s, 18s, or 22s. One of the three. But he kept them clean though. Yeah. We usually ride the bus to school, but like our 12th grade year, some of us was driving, and so you know how they go. You don't want to ride the bus no more. You're in the 12th grade, but we still rode the bus. I still rode the bus sometime. But like I said, by the end of the year, all my classmates had cars. Then I wasn't riding the bus. I ain't have a car. At the time, I ain't have a car at the time or whatever. Uh, Man, I remember all the days. Kano rapping, Lily rapping, and Lebo now. I actually got a song I shouted out. You know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna play, or did I play in the beginning? Kano rapping, Lebo rapping, LaShonda, she wear all the Jordans, I think because her shoes were little, her feet was very little. But I'm just joking, that might not be it. But yeah, she had all the J's. Being jealous of Todd feet, because his feet was little. All the shoes look nice in his size. All the shoes look nice in his size. I want my feet like that, so I can have my shoes look like that. I remember being in 11th grade. Shit, I didn't even know my shoe size till I got grown. I remember being in 11th grade wearing them gangster. Well, I ain't gangster Reeboks. The Junks, the Hot Bulls were the midsole. I remember getting the wrong size, getting a size 11. I'm grown right now. I just started wearing a 10. I was wearing a 9.5, and probably a 9 back then. So I had an 11. So I was getting away with murder. I used to color my shoestrings orange. You know, we used to have like put shoestrings in our shoes that had like the white dots. So I remember having an orange and blue shirt, and I had colored all the white dots in a row of blue shoestrings orange, because I had like a white, orange, and blue shirt and shit. Man, my shoes on my dumb ass. My shoes orange. My shoestring holes was orange. I used to always put stickers and stuff on my shoes and stuff like that. But yeah, that was crazy. And yeah, Coco and Jura and them class of '05. Yeah, I remember Kingsbury. I stayed next. My god brother, Double A, he stayed next door to Coco and Jura and Tony and them. And so I knew them before I actually went to Kingsbury. I started playing basketball and hanging out with them probably about 11, 12. But I'm pretty sure y'all went, I know all y'all, some of y'all went to Shannon. I went to Hollywood in elementary. Some of us from Kingsbury, we went to Hollywood. And then I moved with my dad, so I went to Treadwell and R.P. Humphrey. I think Humphrey went to Treadwell with me in the 4th grade. I think he was at Treadwell with me in the 4th grade. You know, Treadwell just around the corner from Kingsbury as well. So I went there, and I even remember being my high school year, I actually went to Atlanta the beginning of it because I went to stay with my dad. And man, I just didn't want to leave so bad, man. I ain't come back to Memphis to probably like the middle of November, towards the end of November '04 for my high school to finish, because I wanted to be with you guys, man. I had been with y'all. I know y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to graduate, with no new group. So that's how much I cared about y'all. Look at y'all and want to hang out with y'all. I just remember in my high school days, playing. I remember playing JV. I played JV. You know, that's embarrassing. You don't play JV in 11th grade. It's something you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? But they kind of speak on my character, even with this rapping and stuff. Like, I never had him. Didn't have him. Like I don't have no goals or ambition, if that makes sense. So I was just out there, man. I laid the ball up on about 8 people. Coach Stanton put me on the JV team. I didn't even care though. Like, seriously, I didn't care. My 12th grade year, I never even tried. When I came back from Atlanta, I never even looked at Coach Stanton way. I had realized about my life in these last 20 years. I had to realize something about myself. I'm always just thinking ahead. And that's one thing I want to share about, you know what I'm saying, being this old now and being in high school. I was so anxious to get out of high school. Like, I couldn't wait. I could not wait to get out of high school. For what reason? I just was ready to be grown. You know what I'm saying? And some of us, I realized that too. As adults now we don't, but when you during high school, you judge people. Like, people make posts or people say stuff like, man, in this part, this person was stanky, or this person was doing that, or that person was this in elementary, that person was that. But we was kids, so we don't have control over the situation. I ain't got no money to control nothing, but when I get money, I'm gonna do. And that's why you see the transformation of some that go up and some that go down, not with our school, but just throughout life in general. You know what I'm saying? You be in school with folks got every pair of J's, and then when y'all get grown, now you got every pair of J's, and they ain't got no J's. It's because of the parents. And I just think we gotta teach our kids, we got kids now, you know what I'm saying? I I got 3 kids. I got a 1-year-old, a 8-year-old, and my daughter. She's class of 25. She just graduated. Yeah. I be losing my train of thought. But like I was saying, when I got to Kingsbury, I knew Coco and Jared before high school. Then it was a funny thing when I was in. Like I said, went to Treadwell. We moved to Whitehaven, on the Pine Street, and eventually my next door neighbor, I started playing basketball with him, right? Then we about 13. They were like 6th or 7th grade. Then popped up over. We were like 12 or 13. Went over Coco and Jared house, and Ernest, there he was. Ernest, he was over there. Who I like, damn, you know these folks. I was like, man, it's a small world. Now I went in there, me and him, both of us from this area, but we together in Whitehaven, staying next door to each other, and both of us know Coco and Jared, and we over there hooping. That was funny. It's just a little funny story. But yeah, I knew we was already hanging out, going to the movies in 8th grade, 7th grade, like, kicking it and doing stuff. Like I said, they already went to Shannon, so that's how I knew them. Jared hate me telling this story about one time we was in 8th grade, when I was about to get jumped. I don't want to say the dude's name, but this I'm gonna go and say it. I ain't gonna say his name, but that's Steve. That's Steve God. That's actually Steve, or he's Steve Goddad, or Steve his son Goddad. That's just what I'm saying. This in 8th grade. Then Steve is like my brother, cousin, like my friend, cousin, brother. Steve is like real family. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it. And Gerald saved me that day because they didn't know me. Because like I said, I wasn't in the. I think there's across the track. There might be across chairs. I don't know. It's a long story, but anyway, that was funny to me. And one time I inboxed Jared about that. He was like, man, you must be high or something. I wasn't high. I might have been. But like throughout high school, I was just so anxious to get out of high school. I knew I didn't have any plans. To be honest, I just know, but coming out of high school, saying that as soon as you get out of here, ain't no money, you gonna have to work. So that's one of the things about coming out of high school, going to college and trying to we was trying to do that thing. My thing was I wasn't gonna get no loan, so I didn't go to college right out of high school, and I went to Southwest for a couple months. But yeah, the financial aid, I didn't feel like I said, it's like, well, I ain't gonna get. I guess how. So we'll get into it. So let's just go with that. So that's high school. Like I said, I was so anxious to get out of high school. As being an adult, I'm gonna say this before I get into that. Living in the moment. Like when it's all over, it's over. Even the 10th anniversary, was crazy. Crunk. I didn't. We do got a Facebook group that we've been, kicking it in, and so I do thought I had the notifications on for the Facebook, or maybe I seen it and didn't realize it was in there. But the other day I went back on there and looked at all the pictures from the 10th anniversary, and I forgot they was on there. So that was a crazy time. So some of us passed away that was on those pictures, and uh that was a crazy time. My first class reunion 10 years ago, that was kind of overwhelming for me personally. I don't know what the right word is, nostalgia. I guess I look it up. I might not look it up before the end of I post this video or not. But it was like, all us being back together. Because in 2010, it was like most of us. Like, I guess the picnic was a picnic, but it was more of us. And in 2015, like we all, when we was at Brinson's, like it was more of us. Now all the classes came out and everything. It was so great seeing everybody face. '06 was out, '04 everybody was. It was a good time that night. But the next morning, I remember, man, I posted in everything. I remember Danielle saying something about it. I said, I got a heavy heart. She's like, somebody died. I was like, nah. She's like, boy, gone. But it was overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that feeling is or what that thing is like for all us to be in one place. And the crazy thing about it is when we be on Facebook, I see y'all posts. I like y'all posts and see y'all on there and stuff, but it's just Facebook, you know what I'm saying? But to see y'all, I guess, like I said, I don't know the right word, but to see y'all all back together, like we was when we was, young. Maybe there's some kind of mental thing. So I was looking forward to the class reunion, but yeah, like I realized that, man, we're grown, and stuff costs money and you got to get situated. So I knew about the thing 2 months in ahead of time. Um, but even though I knew I was coming, I didn't reach. I don't even know if I shared the post, but I didn't reach out to nobody and make sure some other people was coming, or I didn't try to like dig. It ain't like I said, we all in a group, so. And so, but maybe everybody wasn't in the same thing, or could have, like, literally, we at 38, we adults, we got, we got stuff to do. They did it 2 months in advance. I thought at least about 30 more people would come. I ain't gonna expect everybody to come like that, but I did expect it to be a little more packed. But as I come back and see, I noticed that we had made some posts in the group like 2-3 weeks ago saying that this not we we're gonna have enough money. I ain't see none of that. I just seen this yesterday, and so that's what I'm gonna say about where have 20 years gone. You know what I'm saying? So 20 years, the last 20 years for me, it's been what I've been doing for the last 20 years is I've been making it. No, I've been smoking. That's what I've been doing. I'm just joking with you. I've been doing making it, and smoking and trying to come out of the way. Now, like during high school, I didn't rap, but I have been rapping since second grade though. With Brandon Phillips, and I ain't gotta say their name, but Matthew. That was and Anton. That was my neighbors from off the street. Our house gone now on Maplewood, but yeah, and we used to rap on cars. That was second grade. So, what I've been doing for 20 years, I just been making it, man. My daughter just graduated high school, 2025, class 2025. Like I said, I've been chiefing, smoking and just trying to, come up with something and trying to focus. I've been on the fence about this Mary Jane the whole time. Cause all the symptoms that they say about, the weed and what it make you do. And I thought, man, I thought I was a crackhead. I ain't gonna lie, like, just like if you want to smoke, and it's just, but I've been making it. I've been raising my kids. I've been working for the last 20 years, just like you guys. When I got out of high school, like I said, I didn't go to college because of that, and I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't get the loan. So whatever else I did, my daughter, she just graduated, so I had kind of basically 2 years out of high school, and I just been living, man. I've been working jobs and making it, trying to put something together for myself and for my kids. Last year my father passed away. Last year around this time, around May. Shit, about a month later I quit my job and kind of like reset. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I was able to, because another thing I have done is save my money. You know what I'm saying? I've been very good with saving my money and putting shit together. So I've been really trying to focus on doing these podcasts and recording stuff. But that's what I'm gonna say too as well, as far as these last 20 years studying. Basically in the last 8 though, it's like kind of where things started, because I started thinking and start putting things together and start adding it up, because dealing with the most high religion, money, then start thinking about how you get here and all this stuff. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of been overwhelming. But I'm really just trying to get in the gist of things, because I just don't want to work a job and die. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to do that. One of my classmates, she decorated the thing. She started a business, and I'm happy for her. You know what I'm saying? Her and her family, man. Technically, that's what I'm doing, but I ain't doing it because I just needed kind of like a reset. We working for 20 years, so looking at my dad and my mom's, and nobody ain't even stopped working. My dad never stopped working. You know what I'm saying? He never purposely was without a job. You know what I'm saying? Not too many times. He was never without a job, not too many times. So that's what I've been trying to do. Trying not to be or feel like I'm lazy. Great thing about it is around the first 2015 is when I kind of lost my first long-term job that I had been working on about 7 years. But shit, I was still happy then. Cause like I said, I had a ball. It was so fun seeing everybody. Like I said, those together like that those 10 years ago. In the last couple years, 5 years, and couple about the last 10 years, at least about 6, 7 times, they've been doing this annual Kingsbury alumni. You read and they brothers and his brothers. So I went to one last year, and I probably went to one back in 18, something like that. They've been doing that, and that's good. That's probably another reason why so many of us didn't show up for, the '05 jump, because they go to that, and that's good for the community. I haven't told them yet, but it is great for our area. That's great for the community, and you might need to try to start focusing on politics. To be honest with you, if because that's how I go. You get the community together, get people behind you, then you start running for shit, man. People start voting for you, and then if you got a head on your shoulders and you smart, then you actually can help people make a difference. Like I said, through the 20 years, that's what I want to do, help people and make a difference. But you don't know because this stuff costs money. So for the last 20 years, I've been rapping, raising my kids. I've been putting out music. And then I had to be honest with myself, and we got to be honest with ourselves as well, about like the goals, and be realistic about what we're really trying to do. Is these things attainable, and what we want to achieve? Because I think the purpose of life is to, besides praise the Most High, is happiness. But the goal to get to happiness is a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want. I hope we didn't get caught up in the. Cause this is the long. I mean, we 20 years out, and we already been the long haul. Like, this is the meat and potatoes kind of sort of, And as y'all can see, I don't really know what to say. It's like I was talking to Malcolm. He 06. And we was talking, and like what he said, our parents weren't old. You know what I'm saying? And even though you know what's next. No, you know what I was trying to do this. You know what's next for the club. Jay-Z used to own it. Oh, he still owned it back in New York. What no name of that club. So I'm just see, but we'll do that. I ain't gonna even say it. What's the name of the club Jay-Z owned that we finna be entering in the next couple of years? Y'all can leave that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? What club is we finna enter next year? And some of us next year, and some of us, it's easy. It's very simple. Leave it in the comments. But that's what I've been doing, rapping, and I've been trying to do content creation. I had to realize, teach myself, and say this to myself, and I'm just sharing this with you guys because maybe somebody else need to hear this. The college thing. To go to college to get a degree. Then you got to pay the loan back. You know what I'm saying? This situation. I didn't get the loan, so I ain't got to pay that back. But it's still like when you get out of high school, you don't work, you don't eat. So you understand it. Then we becoming parents, so you don't work, you don't eat. So you got to provide, man or woman. You got to provide for their kids, and you're out of high school, and you're trying to make a career. I see some of us selling houses, tire shop. They investing. I really like that. You know what I'm saying? Tax places, becoming parents, and like I said, the last 20 years, we just been living and trying to make it, chasing your dreams. Like I said, one of my classmates, they quit their job and decorating. I'm doing what I'm doing now. I ain't not on what they on, but I like to understand that's what I'm saying, growing and understanding to like what's the purpose of life. And like I said, it's to serve the Most High. And I guess it's honestly to serve the Most High and try to find your happiness as you're raising your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your responsibility, your kids and your happiness. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you ain't hurt nobody or being evil, you know what I'm saying, ill will towards nobody, that should be fine. So I would assume this what I'm gonna assume the goals in life is, including with having fun along the way. You know what I'm saying? Trying to live. But doing it, we're entering the age where like nigga bones start aching. I've been dealing with acid reflux really the last 15, but looking back on it, I see I've been dealing with it more. I talked to G Reed about it. He said he went to the doctor. They telling him about his acid reflux, and he need to stop drinking and this. And I don't want to get into that because I do got an episode about being health wise, but I'm saying like I'm just letting you guys know everything that we was taught, well, not everything, but some of the things that we was taught, and especially with nutrition and the physics of the body, or I don't know that the physics or the physical body and things of that nature is off. So you getting your aches and your pains, and make sure y'all drinking water. Like number one, I guess it would be drinking water, because I guess that's why your bones. Like I'm trying to, like I'm just letting you know. Some people don't know, like for real though. Like some people don't know. You know what I'm saying? We go to the doctor and listen to everything these doctors say. I'm just saying we finna be in the age we finna be hurting, aching. We don't need to. I done seen it. You know what I'm saying? Cancer and all different kind of diseases and things. We don't need to. I just hope we're not rushing it. I just don't want us to rush in the doctor and let these folks do whatever they want to do to us. We gotta pay attention, man. We gotta start drinking water. You gotta eat fruits and you gotta eat your vegetables, man. Dig into that more depth. We don't need bread. We don't need sugar. All we honestly physically need, seriously though, it's just opinion. So you can't prove it. That doctor said what they tried. Anyway, water, fruits, and vegetables. And sometimes you get your water from your fruits and vegetables. So that's that. Man, if you did that, that's all you would need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need donuts, you don't need sugar, you don't need that. You need to exercise some. I'm doing a routine right now where I wake up every morning. I ain't been doing it, but when you do like your hand, I might share it in the comment. Like you do your hand like this, then you do your wrist, then you do your elbow, then you do your shoulders, and you do your body. And it's just like a 10-minute workout. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a workout. It's just really, it's literally, it ain't even stretching. It's like, well, it's kind of like stretching, but it's to move your joints. And that's the things we're gonna have to do, man. I just hope that we're healthy. I hope that we continue to exercise. That's how G Reed, Malcolm, and Scrap not too long ago. They was meeting in this was probably a couple years ago, if not last year. Training, like meeting and working out and running and stuff. That's good, man. We do need to do that, try to, keep each other up if that's possible. Maybe I might get more into it, within the group, just to actually see people that you actually know, you know what I'm saying, love that's not like, blood, but you know what I'm saying, it is a community. You know what I'm saying? We do got kids, and it's just a big thing. I just want to see us all grow, you know what I'm saying? That's I want to see us all be. And one thing I can say it's about chasing your dream is be realistic, but be like with a plan. Like it's not too late, to do. I was soon to do anything. You got to be optimistic because you still living and breathing. If you think the next 20 years we'll be 58, right? You know what I'm saying? Or the next, like this is it. We're in the meat and potatoes of this thing, so we can put it to overdrive. If some people want to work, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, working past no way, or just work, take care of kids, because that's the purpose of life, taking care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Praising the Most High. But if you got other ambitious, other things you want to do, me personally, I just been putting out a rap song every now and then. You know what I'm saying? First I thought it was money. You get what I'm saying? But it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's promotion, it's marketing and money. You get what I'm saying? You want to run a business, Reeds, they got the tire shops. I asked them, how do they advertise? You know what I'm saying? You have to advertise. You have to spend money on what you want to, and then on top of that, you gotta have a good product. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the right location. And so that's all I'm saying. It's so much things that go into it. I'm just saying, if you got any ambition, you got any dreams, you want to do what you want to do. Me, I'm finna do I've been just thinking about the podcast, but I don't even know what. Guess what? That's another thing about this. These last 20 years, with the acid reflux, I realized that through studying and looking at things, it's your microbiome, with your stomach. And I'm just saying, this stuff, you think it's emotional, you think this stuff's spiritual, but some of this stuff is not. A lot of this stuff is physical, and it ain't even genetics. Literally, the food that we eat in our mouth is literally changing our mood swings, like making us emotional, making us lazy, man, fucking with your nerves and your neck. Like it gets crazy. We gotta take care of our body, and if you got any dreams and goals, man, still think, man, you want to do that. Do what you think that you want to do, but do it. You know what I'm saying? Cause we there. You there. So I'm just say that, man, if you got anything, be realistic that, but don't give up on anything that you got going. Hopefully I keep doing a podcast and do more stuff. But I got about 8-9 podcasts that's not video wise that I done posted. I'm gonna have to post this. This will be on Spotify. I don't even know if I'm gonna share. Well, I am gonna share the links and things of that nature. But I just want to say, man, shout out to class of 05, man. I appreciate you. It was good seeing you guys. Maybe one day the like I said, they throw the thing every year. The Reeds, they've been throwing it every year, so Kingsbury do get together and see each other, you know what I'm saying? But particularly at 05, I might have came to the realization that at the reunion that, like, you know what I'm saying, it might not never be like that again. Maybe, like I said, we in a group, so maybe we might get together, more of us, one day, at least about 60 or 70 of us, like like I said, we got kids and we pushing, you know, so I just want to say shout out to you guys. I salute you guys, and y'all did a very fantastic job with the gathering and our reunion and everything. And I just believe people just in life, you can't cause like I said, I didn't do like nothing I just thought, you know, I did think more of us was gonna be there though. But like I said, I remember being in high school and was so anxious to get out. So just imagine if the people thinking like me, everybody don't got this, and I had a good high school experience. You see what I'm saying? I still was ready to get out there, John. You know what I'm saying? And still was ready to move forward. So, and didn't even know what I was moving to. You know what I'm saying? It just, I guess it's just life. So other people might didn't have the same experience or might not have the same nostalgia, or, you know, I ain't gonna say they don't want to see, but you know, you got to have that giddy up. And then we get old. You seen all them commercials, man. But for the picnic, I had planned. Didn't get my hair done. Then did my hair Thursday or Friday, like, and still got there like an hour, like 30-45 minutes there. Even with the whatchamacallit, I didn't make it to the reunion till about 9:30. But guess what? I was ready at 7:30, or at 7:30 I lost track of time. But at 7:30 I was started to get ready. I didn't get there to 9. Like, we just getting older. You know what I'm saying? And you put your clothes out to wear, and then next thing you know, you're waking up. You know, like they said, it's 12 o'clock, and you didn't go out. So, like I said, this is 901 Dynamite podcast. I'm your host. I just want to salute the class 05. I appreciate y'all. You know,
never let nobody tell you that's the way it's supposed to be. Never let nobody tell you that's the way it